Welcome to the place value counters and notation board from the Toolkit for Maths. Place value counters can be used to help children explore and reason about numbers. I would recommend that on a A4 page you would draw notation boards according to the class you're teaching. So if it's first class, you might just have a hundreds, tens and units notation board. With the senior classes, it could go up as far as 10,000 or up to 1,000,000. So that the children have a notation board and they can work the notation board in pairs or groups using the physical bought-in place value counters that are available from most school suppliers. So for example, just to give a simple example, you get your pen tool and write up the number, for example, 10,769. So 10,769. And I'm using the mouse here just to do with the pen tool, but you will be using it much more smoothly up on your interactive whiteboard using the pen that comes with the whiteboard. So 10,769. So I would ask the children in pairs or groups to set out that on their notation boards down at their tables, and then we can, using the virtual place value counter, set out the number up here and correct it. So 10,700. So what's the value of the yellow disc, or hundreds? So how many hundreds do we want? So the 7 in this number represents 700. So 700, so 10,769. So 60 is 6 tens. So the 6 in the number is 60, and then we have 9 units. So 10,769, and they can see the value. So the value of these blues are ones, the greens are 10, worth 10 each. And again, you can talk about the equivalence that one green is worth 10 blue, or one yellow is worth 10 green. So 10,000, how many have we here? 3, 6, 9. So 10,769. And again, go back to the pen to record it. So we have 10,000, no thousands. So we have 1 10,000, no thousand, 700, 6 tens or 60, and 9 units. So 10,769. For the children, this is very visual, it's tactile, and through using the place value counters, it becomes more accessible and more understandable to more of the children. Next, we close the pen and we clear all from the screen. We can reduce the value of the discs that are shown at any one time. So for example, we can show hundreds, tens of units, or we can simply show tens of units. So for example, you might set out a sum and you'd ask the children, write down the value of this number. And again, when they write down 23, and they might write it on the dry white marker boards and hold it up and show it to you, and then you can use your pen to write 23. And when you write 23, they can see that the 2 represents 2 tens or 20, and the 3 units represent 3. Again, clear, and we might close the pen, clear all. Next, we might set out a number, and then we would say to the children, what is double 22? So what's the number? Can you all double 22? And can you all write down what 2 22s equal? So what is double 22? And again, doubling a number, then 22, 2 tens and 2 units, and we bring out 2 more tens as we're doubling 22. So double 22 is 44. Or what is treble 22? So again, you bring out 3 lots of 22, and treble 22 is 66. We can then record the value as 66. 66. And the children can see that this 6 is 10 times the value of this 6 here. So 6 tens, 60, and 6 units is 66. So then we clear the writing, use the brush here to clear the writing, close the pen tool and clear all. There are so many concepts that you can demonstrate using the place value counter. So for example, we set out a number. We might have the children write down what the number is. So the number 42. So we have 42 take away 10. Again, I'm using the mouse here, but you'll be using your interactive whiteboard pen to calculation. 42 take away 10. So we have 42, and if we take away 10, that leaves us with 32. 42 take away 10 is 32. 32 take away 10 equals, and again close the pen and take away another 10. So we've now taken away 20. So 32 take away 10 leaves 22, and we record that leaves equals 22, etc., etc. So 42 take away 10 leaves 32. If we take away another 10, it leaves 12, and if we take away another 10, it leaves 2. So again, and you could record that down along. So we clear all, and let's look at another calculation. So let's look at a sum, something like 32. We set out 32, 3 tens and 2 units. So let's look at a sum, and we record it as follows. If we have 32 take away 14. Can we take 4 from 2? No, we can't. So we have to borrow 1 10. So 4 from 2 I cannot take. So I borrow a 10 and I bring over a 10. And then for 1 10, so because we borrowed a 10, there's now 2 tens left in the tens column. So 2 tens. And the 10 that we borrowed, we break that down because that is 10, so we exchange. So we brought over a 10, and that gave us 12. 10 and 2 is 12. So 4 from 12, and if we physically take 4 away, take 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 from 12 leaves, and we can record our answer in a different color. So 4 from 12, and we're left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 10 from 2 tens leaves 1 10. Again, here we have a notation board that goes from 1s to 10,000. However, you can also have notation boards that go all the way from 1000.001 all the way up to 10,000. And again, you can design up these notation boards on A4 paper, laminate them, and then use them with the physical place value counters that you can purchase from the school suppliers. And then you can have the children set out numbers, for example 10,201.001, and again then the children do that at their tables, and you can correct it using the place value counters tool from the toolkit for maths. Again, you can switch the notation board to whichever notation board you want, and if it's just simple tens and units, you can have tens and units. If you want it up to 10,000, you can have it up to 10,000, and if you want to go from 1,000 to 10,000, you can also set out that board. You can also hide a notation board, so just click hide notation board. And the final thing to say is we are going to look at the exchange tool. So for example, we ask the children what's the value of that counter. It's a 10,000 counter. That can be exchanged, so if we click the exchange, the 10,000 can be exchanged for 10 1,000s, so 10 1,000s. We can also take a 1,000 counter and exchange that down. A 1,000 becomes 10 100s. So 10 100s equals 1000. We can take it 100 and exchange it down into 10 tens, and we can take a 10 and exchange it down into 10 units. So again, it's very visual, it's very tactile, and it helps to build understanding of place value for your children. So there is a wealth of activities that you can do with your place value counters, beginning in infants and then going all the way up through the school, through 100 units in first class, and up into the bigger numbers and decimal values in the senior classes.